there. I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday before Mother's Day. I wanted to show you some items that you can make very simply for your mom, but that would be a blessing in our products that she could get some good use out of. And so these are fun, simple things. Most of the items you should have around the house. If not, I'm sure there are some substitutions that you could make. Now, most moms that I know need a little break every now and again, which are why bath salts are so nice, right? So what we're gonna do is just make mom her own bath salts. And I just made some little labels with my label maker that said Mother's Day bath salts or Mother's Day whatever on them. You could do something handwritten as well. So I am adding Epsom salts to my glass container. I'm gonna fill it about halfway full. I find it's easier to mix if you don't fill it all the way to the top. I'll fill it to the top later. Then I'm adding some baking soda to the mix, about a tablespoon or so, which is about a good amount. I'll add a little bit more. Okay, so to this mixture, I'm going to add some Palmarosa. Now, Palmarosa is a new essential oil blend that I got this month, and I really love it. It's a nice floral mixture, so I'm going to add about 7 drops of that. I've heard from others that they like to put this on their wool dryer balls, because it's a fragrance that tends to last really well. It can also be used on your skincare products as well. And then just to tone it down a little bit, I'm going to add 3 drops of the cedar wood. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to put my lid on and then just give that a little bit of a swirl. And it looks to me, my product's clumping a little bit. So I'm just going to use my measuring container, my measuring spoons. They're stainless steel. I'm just going to use that to mix it in a little bit better. Okay. Then I'm going to add some more Epsom salts. So this will make mom, it's a very nice floral, relaxing smell. Lavender would also be great. Lavender mixed with cedarwood is also one of my favorites. If you really want to calm down before bed, or if you've had a stressful day, that's a clump, I'll take that out. If you've had a stressful day at work or gardening or dealing with your children, no matter how old they are, they can still be a pain in the neck, right? So we're just giving that a bit of a shake, get all of that incorporated. Shake, 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 shake. You can pretend it's your arm workout for the day. If you do that, you got to make sure you get both sides. Yeah, I'm a dork. I know. My kids will tell you that. I'm not cool. I saw that on a post the other day. A lady was talking about how her kids have informed her that she's not cool. My kids will tell you that. I'm not cool. It's okay. I own it. I make not cool look good, right? I don't know. All right, so that smells really good. It's gonna fizz and detox and just help mom cool down in the bath. So that's a great item that any mom would like. Let's say your mom doesn't have a bath, but you want to give her kind of that calming, relaxing sensation while she's in the shower. What you could do is, I wouldn't use the Epsom salts, they don't mix well with an oil, but what you could do is use some sugar that you have around the house. I like a coarser sugar, it gives a nicer scrub, but you could use a fine sugar as well. And then you just add a couple tablespoons of whatever oil you have, whether that's coconut oil, olive oil, almond oil, grapeseed oil, whatever you got. And then you could add your Palmarosa and cedarwood to that. or whatever essential oil blend you want to give mom. But that way, if they don't have a bath, they could scrub down in the shower, get some exfoliating action, and still kind of have that nice aroma and that calming sensation in the bathtub. So that's another way that you could do it. I know not everybody has a bathtub. So the next thing that we're going to make is a beauty serum. And I know a lot of these moms, you know, we don't get a lot of sleep. Our skin is changing as we get older. And so it's nice to pamper yourself with a beauty serum. And so when I'm using an oil-based serum, I prefer that at night, although that is something that you could use during the day, your choice. So for my beauty serum for mom, I should make that a little taller. Let's see. You can see, maybe if I do it like that, it'll be even better. Okay, we're just stacking over here. Okay, so for my beauty serum, I'm gonna use Sacred Frankincense because I love this on my skin. I use it every day. Patchouli is great for maturing skin, also great to improve the appearance of the skin. And we're just gonna do a little bit of myrrh because that's fabulous for your skin too. There are bunches of recipes you can find online for a beauty serum depending on your skin's needs. So depending on like if you want, you know, whatever type of skin condition or skin stuff that you have going on, if you want to switch up those oils, you can do that. Totally up to you. So this is a small container. It's only about a ½ ounce. So I'm going to add about 5 drops of my Sacred Frankincense. A little bit goes a long way. That stuff is magic. If you haven't used it yet, I really, really love it for my skin. And then the patchouli. The patchouli is a thicker oil, so I'm not going to use as much of that. I'm going to use 3 drops of that. As you can see, it takes a little bit to come out. Find that spot. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I'm just going to use 2 drops of myrrh. So this is like baby Jesus essential oil blend because you're getting the frankincense and the myrrh, but then we're adding a little bit patchouli. Now myrrh is a very thick oil. If you think patchouli is thick, wait till you try myrrh. What you want to do with that is you just kind of want to warm it up in your hands for a second. It can get thick around the cap, so if that happens, you just want to put a little bit of carrier oil. I like the V6 from Young Living, and you put that in the lid, and that way it doesn't get shut. Okay, 1, 2. A little bit was coming out. I'm going to take that. Smells so good. Some people may not like myrrh as much. It's a pretty musky smell, but I'm not going to let it go to waste, so I'm just going to put that right on my skin. What was left? Alrighty. To make it really nice, I'm going to use vitamin E, just a tiny bit, in both the serum, the eye serum, and the face serum. And this is 1/8 teaspoon. It's not all going to come out, so I'm going to use that actually more like 1/16 teaspoon because it's so thick. And I don't want so much thickness on my face. Perfect. And I'm going to save that rest for the eye serum. And then this I'm going to eyeball. This is argan oil. I'm going to use a few pumps of this. So I'm using about 10 pumps of that. Okay. And I'm just going to give that a little swirl. I just want my essential oils to blend and mix in with those thicker oils because those oils are pretty thick. So I'm thinking of my mom when I'm making this one, so I'm adding grapeseed oil, which is a thinner oil. Hey baby, can you move that? Thank you. It's not a super hydrating oil. It's more lightweight, so it's going to penetrate the skin really nicely and not leave a greasy feel. But you could also use an almond oil would be nice. There we go. And then again, I'm just gonna stir that around. Just let it kind of hang out. And then what you would do to apply this, you're just gonna put a few drops in your hand. Put your hands together like I did with the myrrh, and then you're just gonna kind of pat it on your skin, and it feels so nice and luxurious. And you have those amazing essential oils in there, which are so good for your skin. It's really heavenly. All right, awesome. Then the final thing we're gonna make is our Mother's Day eye serum. Buddy, can you grab me the coconut oil from the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So for the eyes, I like to keep it pretty simple.
Mommy, where's the coconut oil?
It's the big jar. It's the glass jar by the salt and pepper and stuff. So I'm going to use 5 drops of my Sacred Frankincense for my eyes drop.
Is it this?
No, that's your dechlorinating lotion.
Oh, that's the other one.
And then I'm going to use 5 drops of lavender. Yes. I think I'm running out. Do I have another lavender over there, buddy? Can you go look? It looks like this. Okay, go take that and look. And then I'm gonna add my vitamin E. I think I got a little generous in my other one that I did, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more. So I don't need that much. Do you need help? All right, let me help you. No, it's not. Well, there's some in there, but it's here. It's right here, honey. They're in alphabetical order. Sorry about that. Okay, so I added some extra vitamin E. So I probably did use 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then I'm going to use the same amount of rosehip seed oil. Is your raccoon learning how to make products for his mom? Silas? Awesome. Then we're going to add, so we had 5 drops of the Sacred Frankincense. I don't know why it went blurry all of a sudden. Okay, it's done that a couple times now. I don't know why. And then we're going to add 5 drops of lavender. Okay. So same with the other one. I'm just going to give that a nice little whirl around. Activate those molecules and all that jazz. Okay. And then we're using organic virgin coconut oil. Now, if you don't like the smell of coconut oil, I mean, you could certainly use refined coconut oil. I just prefer to use the product that's closest to its natural state as possible. And we're using the coconut oil because I love it. And so this will get liquid in the summer. That's not a problem. You can just put some on a Q-tip or dip your finger in there and then just apply it to your eye area. So we're using products that you would mostly want to use at night to mix all of that loveliness together, because the nighttime is when your body really recovers and rejuvenates. And so that's when we're using these richer, kind of more oily products that you may not want to use under your makeup. I mean, you can certainly play around with it. And if you'd like to, you can. Now these products may separate a tiny bit before, you know, while they settle. There's nothing wrong with that. Just give it a little swirl. Don't use your finger to like swirl it around because your finger has extra oils and contaminants on it. And so you don't want to contaminate your product, but you could use like a clean little spatula or something, a Q-tip, something of that nature to swirl it around. And then I made these just cute little labels just because I think that makes it look nice. So our mom can get Mother's Day bath salts, Mother's Day eye serum, and then a Mother's Day beauty serum. I mean, whose mom wouldn't appreciate, okay buddy, I want them to be able to see that awesomeness right there. All of it's good for their skin, non-toxic, just amazing. And if you haven't gone and checked out these products on Young Living's website and you have questions, let me know. I'd be happy to walk you through that. Please don't try to make these DIYs just with products that you have from, well, with oils that you pick up at the store, just at your local store. They're not the same quality. If you don't believe me, we'll have an in-depth conversation about the differences because they're not the same. And you don't want to be adding harmful chemicals when you're trying to avoid them by using these essential oils. Anyway, yes, son?
Raccoon wants to know how they make them so healthy.
Why they're so healthy? Okay, so let's talk about it. So the oils that you get at the grocery store are not regulated the way that you think that they might be. So for them to call themselves therapeutic, organic, all natural, 100% pure, it really doesn't mean much because all that's required is that those bottles have 5% essential oil in them and the rest can be anything else, right? So you could be getting frankincense with oil added in it, alcohol, water, whatever, right? You don't know. A lot of times, even though it's called frankincense, many times it's actually cedar wood. And I just ask you to look at what the difference in expectations are and the requirements to distill frankincense versus cedar wood. There's a reason why cedar wood is less expensive than frankincense. So that's the main thing. At the store, most of the time, the quality is not there. Also, with Young Living, we go above organic standards. So it's not just that we say everything in here is the essential oil, right? This says lavender. That's all that's in here. Lavender. There's nothing else mixed in. So there's that. But there's also the fact that we're in control of the entire process from the seeds that are selected to the ground and the soil that it's planted in, right? We don't use fertilizers, pesticides, weed killers, nothing like that. So you're not adding harmful chemicals to perfect seeds. Then when we go to harvest them, we do mini distillations because we want to make sure that these products are going to work the way that they're intended to work. And there's a chemistry that's involved making sure that the levels of the constituents in those oils are where they need to be. So we do mini distillations to make sure that those levels are where they're supposed to be. If they're not, then we don't use those oils. We wait until they are at those peak levels. When they are, that's when we bring them in. We do the cold, we do the lowest distillation that we can. So that way we're preserving all the beneficial properties of these essential oils. And then we continue to test them and make sure that they are the best. There are tests that Young Living does on their products that they created because they know essential oils so well. They are really the founders of modern essential oils. They've been studying it. They've been looking into everything. It's more than just your basic essential oil testing that other companies will tout. And they do them in triplicate multiple times through the process. And if any of those aren't up to standard, then the batch will be thrown out and will not be sold to the customer, right? So you know when you're getting these products that you're getting the best of the best. And it takes, 27 square feet of lavender to make one bottle, right? You can't do that for, $4 for a bottle this size, right? That's not possible, right? You're not getting quality products if you're able to sell it at that cost. So our products, in my opinion, are the best they are to offer. So if you're trying to make something nice for mom or nice for yourself, don't settle for a product that could do more harm than good, because you don't know what you're getting, because you may or may not be getting lavender mixed in with who knows what. So anyway, pamper mom with the good stuff. Mom deserves it. She worked hard. She had you. She raised you. She loves you. So love on your mom and get her the good stuff. If you need any information, I'm here to help you out. I did kind of eyeball some of that stuff, but I think I remember. I can pull back the video and watch if you want a reminder on how to make that. Or if you have other DIYs that you're interested in making and you'd like me to make a video on that, let me know and we can have some fun together. All right, have a great Mother's Day. Blessings.